I think we lost Sexxxy Eddy.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring in our guest. Our guy, Sexxxy Eddy, is here.
I'm sure he's got stories about lighting his asshole on fire with some good food.
I'm on the show. It's like you're backstage, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit because so many fucking talk shows, and you go to the green room and they got catering and everything. Here I got my own fucking living room. I'd love to have some snacks. I'm also shitting a lot all day. So there's gonna be dogs jumping in this video. We just got 2 new puppies also. So we got 4 dogs in the house. So there's gonna be a lot of action going on. But no, I want to start off the show by being grateful for things, because the older you get, you got to be grateful. And now every day, my therapist, my fucking osteo, my chiro, my hose, they all tell me the same thing. You got to be grateful for. I want to say first thing first is, again, I was at a football party. I don't know shit about football. I don't know shit about sports. I don't even know shit about wrestling. I don't know what I've been doing for 25 years, but somebody's still paying me to be on fucking shows, and I haven't done a move since I can't 1970. I think it was black and white days since my last. So I want to be grateful. First thing is going to the Super Bowl party and eating free food, because you can never have that enough. I'm telling all the wrestling promoters, don't be assholes. Always have some free fucking food. People appreciate it. Doesn't matter how many years they've been in the business. We appreciate it. That's the first thing. Second thing is I won my match on Friday, so I was pretty happy for that, because my win-loss record, it's been shit. But I never say who wins or loses. It's always who makes the most money. So I'm thankful for that. And lastly, this weekend I'm having sex with my wife, and she said,
"Nice.
You want to finish in my asshole." So I'm really grateful for that. This weekend was a fucking weekend for me. I'm on fire. Her ass was on fire. Everybody's ass on fire. Super Bowl Sunday, baby.
You think you really need that Red Bull?
That was this fuck out. Cocaine in a can.
I mean, all the dogs. I was going to ask you how much peanut butter is in the house.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Let me check it.
No.
When the dogs were ready.
Hey man, it's good to see people fucking laughing. I'm glad for that, because we're gonna have a good time. You were at show, what you say, it's number 730 fucking 8.
I mean, if you want to throw 10 on it, go ahead.
Is that the 38 you got on?
728. This is
728. Jesus Christ, and they haven't pulled you off the fucking air. I'm glad I heard you guys swearing, because there's gonna be a lot of shit that comes out of my mouth. So
better than going in it.
I gotta ask Sexxxy Eddy before we start. No, I want to start off like
it's gonna be the last show if everyone just laughs and nobody.
Great point by you.
We could talk IWS, we could talk CZW, but I gotta ask you, and this fucking blew my mind because I had no idea. What the fuck is Clash of the Titans, and how do I get a copy of it?
Damn, you know what? That was so before I knew shit about wrestling, I was just a fan like everyone else, and I worked at my college, and I was on the fucking radio station. I was writing articles for the newspaper. I was doing a little bit of everything there except for going to classes. And the end of the year, there's like going to be bands, a barbecue, and everything. Me and my buddy were like, you know what? We know wrestling. We watch it a lot. We fucking know how to wrestle. It's easy. You just fucking do the moves that these guys do. And we went every garbage day for a couple months beforehand. We're picking up fucking ironing boards, toasters, anything we get our hands on. We're like, we're going to cover up what we don't know with the moves with fucking weapons, you know? So we didn't know shit. Clash of the Titans, that was our first ever, 1998. I have that on VHS. I'm going to have to transfer that because I think people need to see. It's always good to see how shitty people are when they start, but then to see how either how they've evolved or how shitty they still are. So you're not really going to see the evolution of Eddy. You're going to be, man, he still fucking botches moves. Does this guy even know what he's doing? I don't know. He's tight, Billy. Come on.
No, I love shit like that, man, because like the 90s were like it was like a plethora of just like these underground bootleg, like old like comedy and like shock like VHSs that would go around. Like Matt and I used to pass it around, Double T, a tape called Sick Comp, where it was all like cuts of like movies and just like the most heinous shit you've ever seen. Then of course, like it all morphed into like the CKY videos, which were like huge at the time. So anytime somebody created something and it kind of doesn't have like that following, it always just fascinates me. I'd love to see that video. I'd love to see it.
I'll for sure. That's one of my my job. I'm gonna get a couple of them. There's like I fucking did a highlight tape because somebody told me a long time ago. You want to get into WWE? You gotta. So I didn't have much shit, but I had highlights. Which now you look at that stuff, but I still have that where it looked like I'm dying every time. People would be like, "We can't use this fucking idiot. He's gonna die on us." I thought that was it. Chris Hamrick would do. I remember the video. 1, 2, 3 kid kicks his leg while he's bouncing off the ropes, and he slides it, and I'm like, and he would do that often. So some of the shit that I was watching that I do often, people would be like, no, that doesn't fucking make sense. So I'm lucky to still be alive. I lost if I was a cat, I had eight lives. I lost them in my first fucking year of wrestling. Like, so I would definitely put that on because I'm gonna work on that by the end of 2025. I've got a lot of goals and stuff like that, but yeah, that's gonna be one of them to put some of that and release that on YouTube just so everyone get a good laugh. Fuck, that's about it. Or they'll be like, you know what? Yeah, he legit is nuts. So.
Yeah, you can't do that Chris Hamrick move, dude. We had him on the show and he's fucking insane. Like that's just a crazy fucking bump to take.
Dude, even you watch guys' face, like you watch like they're announced and 1, 2, 3 kids just there like, yeah, I did that. And he's like, he's like, this guy might not come back up. Anyway, so it's just funny to see that. When you go back and watch shit that as a kid, you were like, this really impressed you. And then when you hear the shoot videos and the guys are like, dude, I was on acid and he was fucking drunk as fuck. And then when you watch it back now and you're like, man, that match was shit. Look at them. They don't know what they're doing. They're on autopilot. Fucking. So it's fun to go back and watch some of that too. Yeah, just crazy shit that I did. I'm gonna have to put that definitely because I ain't gonna be doing any of that crap anymore. That's for sure. I'm booking you. Oh, fuck, this happened after Tournament of Death, the fucking blood squirting incident, and I'm getting asked, hey, you think you can do that again? I'm like, yeah, idiot. Like, really, dude.
I do want to ask you about the blood squirting incident, but I do also want to bring up, and from the research I did, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But in 2004, when you were in CZW, and you guys had the 4-way dance with you, Generico, Excess, and Kevin Steen, that was the first time Steen and Generico were in the United States. No.
Correct. Yeah.
And was that you're doing? You bringing them down to CZW?
So since I did the blood thing a little bit before, where they got myself, Green Phantom, Arsenal, and Hardcore Ninja, they were like, we were the 4 guys representing IWS. We had 4 guys representing Combat Zone Wrestling, and then we had 4 guys representing IWA Mid-South. So they wanted to see the hardcore side of it. After our performance, watching the charisma, watching that we could fucking use weapons, but also put wrestling moves in it also. I think then they were like, man, this and Sexxxy Eddy, he's got some energy. We want to bring him back for sure because the crowd wants to see him again. But they're like, now let's bring in some technical guys. Let's bring in some a different type of guys. And that was from that. They were like, who's going to do the best 4-way together with me, 3 other guys that IWS wants to push and showcase to a new talent. To a new audience. So. And that spawned on that. And then again, we did a match that people still talk about, which it's crazy to think of. But then again, they were like, man, okay, these guys got characters. Let's get more depth. Let's get some funny guys. Let's try it. And we brought in Beef Wellington. Later on, we brought in Frankie the Mobster. They wanted to see like the big dudes. Then they wanted to see like, Lufisto came in after that too. So they're like, we got to showcase a lot of people. And then even other Canadian provinces kind of got to capitalize from that because they're like, hey, fuck, maybe there's a hotbed. Maybe these Canadian wrestlers are fucking better than the American. I don't fucking know. If Donald Trump was around then, he would have banned us a long time ago. Or he would have get a fucking tattoo of the American flag and you're fucking hired, you know? We just kept coming in. We kept pouring in. They just kept bringing in these. Sorry, my bird is going nuts now because when I go nuts, yeah, it's a zoo. 4 dogs, and we got a bird too. So I'm going to make chicken put it in front of her face just so she sees. Wow. So it kept bringing other Canadians in, and some people didn't do as well, but they were like, man, there's a, you know, and I think then people realized, hey, it's not just fucking Bret Hart that comes from Canada. There's other wrestlers too. So, you know, and not just the killing kind. We don't only bring the killers. I'm saying, we don't know what we're talking about here, but you know, cross my heart, my face, and hope to die. Sorry. We're some of us are polite people. We're not all murderers. I want to make that clear.
That's good. That's good. We needed to clarify that.
They're not murderer. That was on my CV when I went to Combat Zone Wrestling. Like, you know, this many years in the business. Here's some place where I wrestled. Not a murderer. So
Oh, now I got to ask. Now you worked with El Generico and then Animal Bob Anger, right? Is that his fucking name, right?
right now, he actually only started a couple of years ago wrestling, but this dude has been writing comic books for a long time, and he's pretty known on the circuit for comic books. And I told him once he started wrestling too, you're starting something totally new. You're not going to take off where you're doing Comic Cons. You're already on panels. You're on discussions and stuff. If you're starting with wrestling now, you got to start at the bottom. And you know, that's the thing with a lot of some people you know, they go from one sport or they go from acting or to another thing, kind of they move up the ladder faster. But he's been working the ranks and stuff. So yeah, me and Bob Animal. We're teaming at IWS right now. He never got a chance to go to Combat Zone Wrestling. He's part of the new school.
Yeah, he did our show. He didn't show up in his fucking mask, so good for him. Who's the better masked wrestler, El Generico, the Canadian luchador, or Bob Anger?
Well, I guess since El Generico with the orphans in Mexico or whatever he's up to now, nobody hears about him. I don't think they have Facebook in Mexico. I think they call it Feso de Libro. I don't know what they call it, but I don't know if they have it. I think Trump has banned it to come in. So anyways, we don't hear Generico anymore. But Animal, I'm going to say Animal is the better wrestler because he might be listening to the show. Generico won't give a fuck.
You mentioned the blood squirting thing.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind when that incident happens? And for those not familiar, it was what, Tournament of Death?
Tournament of Death 2, Tournament of Death 3. We're going back to 2004 in July in Smyrna, Delaware. It sounds like a fucking Smyrna, Delaware. I guess it's the armpit of America. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're going way back. And I had this moment where, again, when the crowd was already making sounds, and I kind of didn't know what they were ooh about. And then when I saw kind of the gush on my arm, and I lifted it up, and it was kind of pumping with my heart. And I realized when I squeeze my fist, it goes a little higher. Kind of like squeeze. Same when you're giving blood, and they tell you kind of the squeeze. It pumps the blood more. And for that moment, I was like just thinking of like Friday 13 or Nightmare on Elm Street. It was like a horror movie scene, but I'm like kind of like, no, this is not happening. Like, look at this. Wow. It sank in at night. It sank in after the hospital. I went to the bar in the hospital gown. I'm partying. Everyone's buying drinks, and I'm like, this is great. I can do this. I can do this for a living or whatever. And like we're chilling at the guy's house. It was like we were all, how many fucking Canadian clowns can you fit in one apartment? So I can't remember, like 8. But we're all in the apartment watching wrestling, and then it was time to go to bed. Everyone's breaking off, and then that's when I fucking started shaking and trembling. And it was like this hours later where I'm like, fuck, I lost a lot of blood. And it kind of, all that adrenaline from all that high that I was on just came down. And that for a couple months, I was like, man, this wrestling bullshit is not worth it to me. Like, you know, oh man, I got an extra $50 type thing, you know, because I ended up doing the third match. But in the end, like, you know, the medical bills were high, but I was able to scam my way. I sweet talked for the nurses, the doctors. I said it was a moving accident, and I'm Canadian. So what does that mean? Canada, they'll pay for my medical bills. So they said it was a moving accident. Now I'm covered in blood. I have a G-string and these like shiny boots, right? And so I'm there telling them I'm in a fucking moving accident, but the doctor wrote it off. So I'm like, the explanation that I told him, because I was saying a couple of jokes and stuff, and he was like, okay, I get it, you're cool. I said, you know what? We were throwing stuff in a dumpster in a container, and the last thing we had was some light tubes. So we threw the couch, I was swinging, and I fell into them. Then I lost my clothes along the way, and I'm in my underwear at the hospital. But again, they wrote it off. Money. If I would have paid all that money, I think I would have stopped wrestling. I would have been like, fuck this is not worth it. I paid for my training. You pay for your gear. You pay for everything you do when you start out. And here was my debut in the States. And I was like, fuck this. But 2 months later, fast forward, like I said, XS, Generico, Kevin Steen, and we're all in that match. We planned some stuff, and we're putting it together. It feels good. It feels right. They all went out, and then when it was my music and it hit, first couple notes, still one of the best reactions that in my wrestling career, where when I watch the video, everyone gets on their feet at the first couple notes. I haven't came out of the curtain, and the respect that like the people that had seen that, how the first time videos went viral, I didn't really know the concept of all that stuff. Like like you said, we were tape trading back then and watching spots and stuff. So now with the internet and kind of like people like, oh, you got this many views, this many that, I didn't understand that. So the reaction was crazy, and the match, again, there was some things that could have been tightened up, but back then people just were like, wow. So and I have goosebumps when I watch that clip, because it still makes me it still made me like I have a place here. I was like, I belong. This is where I belong. Where I could have maybe walked away from something, but the moments that I've had in wrestling, like, sure, there's been a lot of shit. I've had gonorrhea, chlamydia, fucking, I've had everything. So, but I don't regret it. I don't regret it. My wrestling career has been,
You get all that just from Ian Rotten's rings?
Just from showing up in his fucking buildings. I did a video, it was like not too long ago. I'm like, when did he lose his fucking teeth? I was talking to someone like, geez, every time I see a video, he look like, how is he still walking around? How's he still always got that limp and stuff like that? But I'm like, man,
isn't he missing a foot?
Oh, that's new to me.
I think so.
I mean, after that, fucking, if he loses an eye, he could be an extra in Pirates of the Caribbean or something, right?
Sexxy Eddy, you got sauce, man. Tell me about the sauce, and how do I get my hands on your sauce?
Well, look at that. I happen to have a fucking bottle right here. Look at that. I just keep it on my fucking right next to the couch. Right, you never know when you want to spice shit up. Yeah, fiery apple. No, I got 4 flavors, and that's something we started about 1.5 years ago. Me and my chef talked about it, and all the money that we raised for that, 100% of the profits go to charitable foundations. And for $10 a bottle, it's tasty, it's affordable, and it's fucking. We know what we put in it. There's no or nothing. It's all the ingredients. I cut the shit. He measures all that stuff like that. We put it together, and so since then, like I said, at $10 a bottle. Every time we get $500, we give to a different charity. So far, we've given to 8 different charities. So we've raised over $4,000 now, and we're for our ninth. So it's a side thing to do, like the T-shirts and pictures. That's for me. That's the extra for me. I need quickly for that. But the sauces, that all goes to charitable foundations because I figured with all the bad shit that I did in life, I'm still going to hell. But I'll be the one dishing out the punishments. I'll be there, fucking shoving the pineapples up people's asses and dousing it with hot sauce right after. So at least I'm not going to be in the best books, but I'll be in Satan's good books. So, anyways, the best parties are in hell, right? And I heard it's the best place to get a tan.
Speaking of hell, I see in late 2023 you had to share the ring with Matt Cardona, and somebody on the panel here is a huge Matt Cardona fan. How was that experience?
Oh, who's that? Which one of you?
Take a guess.
Oh, wait, I didn't even get. Sorry, let me finish the sauce. I'll get right. So, how to get to my sauce, man? So right now, I guess I could ship some over, but we don't know how it'll. When you go to the airport and fucking the more stickers you put fragile on shit, they kick it more. So that's. I don't want you to get a fucking package that's fucking dripping and stuff like that. But any show that Sexxxy Eddy's on,
that's weird. I hear he loves them.
I was gonna say, who doesn't like a dripping package, Sexxxy Eddy?
Right. So that's the thing. It's a little harder to go across the border because it's food, and especially now, I don't know if you know what, you're not allowed to bring animals or vegetation or meat, and now they check me every time because they have to examine my salami, and it's fucking annoying because first they ask, like, they check, and then they're like, no sir, can you not be hard, and I'm like, this is me limp right now, you fucking idiot. Stop grabbing me, But they asked to check your meat. My penis is like a second person. Even when I get booked on shows, even in the fucking PWI 500, my penis was ranked higher than I was.
Is that true?
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm full of shit. But first off, they won't waste the spot on me, so they're not gonna put Sexxxy Eddy's penis. I retired after that. I would have been like, I'm fucking happy now. I fucking gave Fournette a heart attack. I'm fucking happy now.
They're lost.
I dig it. Maybe you should use some of that hot sauce money to fix your shitty internet.
Sorry, Matt Cardona. Let's get back to the subject. We're talking about Matt Cardona, right?
Yeah, I guess we're.
I mean, if you want to.
I always want to talk about Cardona.
I know my internet might be choppy. We are across the border, and I said Donald Trump's name a couple times. He's fucking playing with the switch right now. He's like, yeah, shut them down, launch the missiles. 51 states, fuck that. We're just gonna kill them all.
His name's Sexxxy Eddy. He's got a big penis, biggest penis you've ever seen.
It's hard to get 500.
It's hard to get it across the border. You've seen it. It's in magazines. I've seen it a few times. Melania, I have to keep her locked up. She doesn't want to see it. Should I leave? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's cross borders. It's a thing,
They call me 45 and 47. It's really Sexxxy Eddy's penis.
I had to put my penis in a different car too to get it across first before. That's another thing too. But let's get back to Matt Cardona. That son of a bitch. He ripped off my underwear, and I spent 3 minutes in the ring fucking naked. So I mean, again, I'm always thinking outside the box because I'm like, what hasn't anyone done yet? And we've seen the ass spots many times on the independent wrestling scene. I think Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney was one of the best to show his ass on the indies. But I'm like, again, I wanted to step it up, and I want to be completely naked. So it's just like, again, getting the underwear ripped off. I had a lot of hate mail, people that called me a fucking pervert, pedophile, wannabe Joey Ryan, and I was just like, you know what are you gonna do? But again, they weren't even at the show. They were just like, some guy's naked in wrestling. That's not wrestling. and to that, I tell all the fucking people, wrestling is everything that we're doing. That's part of the show. Wrestling is the comedy, is the technicals, the high flying. Everyone that's in there has a part to play, and that's what we do. So my fucking part, even if my part is all below the belt and cock fucking cock jokes and dick tricks, then you know what? So be it. I'm gonna be a fucking cock. I'm gonna be a dick.
But you said
be a fucking boner that everyone's gonna fucking remember. They're gonna remember this. They're gonna.
But I gotta ask, you're naked for 3 minutes. What kind of spots are you calling in that time period? That 3 minutes is a long fucking time.
It fucking, dude, I'm fucking naked. It is for me. It's not like, I'm like, can we get on with this here? Like, man. So again, it's like you'd have to watch the video to see what you could do when you got, I'm just trying to protect my goods. I know I can't take a hand off because then if not, everyone's gonna be like, wait a minute, I think the motherfucker might be average. So I'd rather break my neck with my 2 hands on my dick than fucking they discover my body, they roll me over and the fuck his hands fell off. So that's the only thing in my mind is protect the goods because this is 25 years that I've built this up. I fucking built this from the balls up and I didn't want to ruin it at that moment.
You didn't call her Hurricane Rana?
The helicopter? It's like fucking Orange Cassidy without the pockets.
Yeah.
Bro, write that down. Orange Cassidy without the pockets.
He's got the pockets. I got the pocket rocket. That's
I'm gonna say Sexxy Eddy in the prison wallet, right?
Oh yeah, I just found the video of you.
It can't be on YouTube.
It's on Instagram.
Oh,
is this a different one? It's a GCW one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheeseburger threw you out of the ring. You were naked.
Oh, that's another time I was naked.
Bro, get some fucking tights with some
Wardrobe
strings, dude.
malfunction. I have a lot of problems with wearing my clothes,
Are you buying gear on Temu? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Temu in fucking Canada. What's wrong with you?
I got no money for gear. I got alcohol, drugs, and strippers.
Maybe you don't donate the fucking hot sauce money and buy some fucking pants, bro.
Yeah, seriously, bro. Take a couple ducats.
Be yourself.
I'm a couple loonies and toonies. You still calling them that? Holy
Another one of my dogs. This is one of the puppies. I got 2 of the puppies right here. They fucking love to attack me when I'm busy. When I'm busy, that's when they fucking want to, guys, come on.
they're puppies, man. They want to play.
Smell my balls. There, go.
They want some of that fucking sausage.
What are your dogs' names?
So yeah, last year I went for Kansas City and they won. So I have my Boston Terrier here. Here's Chief. He's blind. We recently had to operate and lost an eye. So he's my blind dog.
When you say we, you mean like a professional, not like you in the kitchen.
Yeah, I just used the spoon and just scooped. I wanted to save on the money. This one's a 14-year-old. She's a bitch. She's Abyss is her name. Not named after the wrestler. This 14 years old, this dog, so way before wrestling. So, and she's deaf. So she's a deaf one. Here's our new puppies. We got, again, Hunter, not related to Triple H.
Sure.
Get a job.
I'm sensing a pattern, bro. Come on.
Naked guy to just eat catering. I'm your man. But I'm just saying. So Hunter and his little brother here, Rocket, they're same age, but he's a little smaller, Rocket. So they're Labrador pit bulls. Again, we took them off someone's hands that couldn't take them, and they were going to bring them to the SPCA. And we're like, look, we'll have room in our house for all these dogs. I love cleaning up shit. I get enough shit from my wife. I got 4 dogs now. So, hey, every time I come back from a weekend of wrestling, my wife's like, how many people touched your dick this weekend? I'm like, 6. Oh, and the referee 7. So 7 people touched my dick. And you'll have a lot of wrestlers that can testify to that. So, yeah, I shit all the fucking time.
But this ain't some weird fetish thing where she's like fucking getting off on the number of guys that are grabbing your junk, is it?
No, not at all. Not at all. Like, she's kind of like, that's wrestling, you know? So she doesn't come to a lot of the shows. She doesn't, you know, she came to a couple. She's like, I get it. More people grabbing your dick and stuff. So, you know. Once in a while, I get a girl to grab my dick. But that's usually during the week sometimes. I'm at work and stuff like that. And that's just between us, okay?
Holy shit.
You don't you never reached out to your buddy Kevin Steen to see if they needed somebody in catering to just eat food?
Yeah, you know, when Pat Patterson was around and I was kind of like, hey, can somebody jump out of his birthday cake? You know, I was like,
oh, he would have grabbed your dick 100%.
You know, that's what I thought. So I'm like, I'm all about making birthday wishes come true. But and if I would have known the stuff that what Vince was into, holy fuck, I would have brought all my dogs backstage.
Holy shit!
Fuck, Pat would have blew out the fucking candle.
Woo. Here, this is living up to the hype, people.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yes, right. Eddie, what do you got coming up? You're strictly wrestling in Canada now. It doesn't seem like you're making too many trips over to the States here.
You know, it's far. I'm gonna be 40. I'm gonna be 47. Fucking, you know, in April. It's kind of like. Sometimes even like if I had a fucking wrestling show at the corner of my house, I'd probably there's some clouds in the sky. It might be raining later on, you know. But once I'm there, I'm always having a blast. That's the problem. Is sometimes in the States, I'm having too much of a blast, and then I start taking drugs, and then I start taking more drugs, and then I wake up on the plane or in a cell, and then I'm like, I have to keep you in for a little bit because I have too much. Oh, I think I sat on one of my dogs there. Get out of there. Yeah. So no, but I've one of the last times that we were down there too. I had one of the guys. I'm doing cocaine and drinking Four Loko till 6 a.m. And yeah. You're like, yeah, great. That was a lot of fun. No, it was big mistakes. So I went down the well of mistakes, and I remember the guy was like trying to get me to pack my stuff. My shit, I had like dollar bills, I had money, just threw it all in, and they just zipped it closed. But I remember being sneaky because I had a Gatorade bottle. I'm like, I'll pour Four Loko in here, and I'm gonna drink it and stuff. And so I'm drinking more in the airport, and I don't remember getting in the car, getting in the plane. And one of the guys, Cecil Nix, a wrestler from wrestles a lot in C4 and mystery wrestling, he had to fucking take care of me, and I think I woke up on the plane at some point, all sprawled out on seats. I think they had to move some people. Maybe I vomited. I don't know. Maybe I might have shit myself. The weirdest thing, the older you get, when you have to shit and puke, they usually come out at the same time. So you have to be ready. And the one time I thought I was a genius, you know the little triangle, like you're sitting on the toilet bowl and you're like, I think it's gonna go like a hose. I think I can get it. So, and I'm gonna save time instead of just going in the bathtub and reaching over or using a garbage can. So at the end of that, I'm fucking cleaning up puke from my crotch. I got a shitty ass, puke on my face, on my crotch, and like, and no matter how many showers I take, I was like, I don't think anyone could ever call me Sexxy Eddy now again. I'm fucking disgusting, a mess. Welcome to pro wrestling, kids. Welcome to pro fucking wrestling.
Well, Sexxy Eddy, you know what? You will always be Sexxy Eddy to us. Your social media has been scrolling across the bottom of the screen. On Twitter at Sexxy Eddy, and that's Sexy SEXXYEDDY69, Facebook.com/69Eddy, Instagram, only one naked Eddie. Be sure to follow him. He's got a live journal, sexy-eddy.livejournal.com.
I don't even know that still exists anymore. That might be-
All right, well, fucking
I didn't know I was putting dick pics. Apparently, you're not supposed to do that anymore. I woke up before Loco Coma, and I was still doing dick pics, and they're like, dude, that's so fucking 89 or whatever. I can't even remember the password for MySpace still. I've been trying to write to them. No one's answering me. On that too. I think the Chinese maybe bought MySpace. I don't know what the fuck. My Grindr account got closed. And
Oh no!
If you want to mess with me, try and find a pigeon. Note around the pigeon's foot. Have it fly over to my house or something like that. That's the only way to send me a fucking message.
Well, Eddie, we will. Anytime you want to come back on and hang out with us and shoot the shit, you have an open invitation.
Shit. More shit, eh? It's not the stories you got from me. You want more shit? The next time we'll talk, I probably will have a couple more shit stories. Don't worry about that.
This is the podcast.
This is the podcast for it.
The older you get, man, never trust a fart. It never a fart. Find a seat, sit down, or fucking clench up. Don't try and walk or jog and push a fart out anymore. It doesn't work like that. I'm just saying. Trust the old guy. Trust the old guy. Boxes and bushes. I've shitting on. I have to shit everywhere. The problem. I don't have enough time to get to a bathroom. So my wife will tell you stories I've gotten at home, and she fucking had to close up a door. The next morning when I got up, she put fucking danger tape on the door. She said, when you go in there, you're going to take a safety pin on your nose. You're going to take gloves. You're going to take a bucket. And you're going to clean the mess you did. I thought I was in the bathroom and I was busy shitting in a crate. That's how fucked up I was. So again,
It was such a fucking
this is the
mess,
life
man.
of a pro wrestler. Kids, are you ready for this shit? No, you'll never be ready for this.
I think we were ready for this tonight, Eddie. This was a great time, man.
Yeah, we needed this, brother. Thank you. Holy cow.
And for everybody, I can't say that this is this must be a Valentine Sexxxy Eddy shit spectacular special, right?
Spectacular.
Happy fucking Valentine's Day. If you guys need any dating tips, if anyone wants to write to me, here's one dating tip I can tell you. If you're a wrestling fan, go up to any girl you feel confidence, talk to her, but don't talk to wrestling girls because they're going to shoot you down because to them, you're a loser. But talk to regular girls. But don't fucking talk to wrestling girls. If you're a wrestling fan, you can't talk to wrestling girls.
What's
that's
the funny when you pee-pee on me?
But keep that confidence going because sexy is in here. It's in all of us.
Fuck yeah.
In all of it sounds like I'm penetrating your ass, but sexy is in all of us. You just gotta go in there. You gotta go dig deep, find it. And when you find that sexy in you, you're gonna pull it out. You're gonna shake the juice off, and you're gonna go up to that girl and you're gonna fucking tell her, "Hey, let me buy you dinner. Let me take you out to a movie. And if something else happens, then something else will happen. And if not, thank you very much. But don't be a fucking cheap bastard. And people talk about not paying for sex. We all pay for sex. We're taking girls out to eat. We're taking them to a movie. You're paying for sex. So sometimes it might be easier, no strings attached. Get a hooker. And for the kids out there, I want to tell you something. It feels a lot better. Whatever anyone tells you, it feels a lot better without a condom.
Yes, to all the kids that are listening.
Eddie, this was a blast. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night. Anytime you want to come back, just fucking DM us, man. We'll send you a link. You can hang out and shoot the shit with us.
Fuck yeah.
Send you dick pics too.
Yes.
I got a fucking library of dick pics. I don't know what to do with them.
Send him to Kevin Garifo.
What the fucking OnlyFans, dude?
Yeah, I don't have any fans. That's the problem. If I don't have any fans, that would be my page probably.
All right, well, maybe we'll work on that with you. We'll get you some fans. You can sell your dick pics.
Yeah, it's gonna be, guys, hey, thanks a lot. Guys, it'll be, hey, how big is your asshole? Can you measure the diameter of it? The circumference?
Hey, $1's a buck, bro. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, eh?
Right?
Money. I gotta pay the bills, you know.
That's it. As long as it don't look like Brian Knobs, you're good.
No, probably better that way. It won't hurt as much.
I'm surprised.
Just
Buck
push like you're
Goomba-
taking a shit. It feels better.
Oh, good. I'll mark that down, man. I'm gonna jot that down.
A little advice from your Uncle Tony.
All right, Sexxy Eddy. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk soon, brother. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks a lot, Eddie.
No, thank you.